Why do we have pyramid? Oh my gosh. Okay, I love the pyramid theme. Unironically, I think it's amazing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kusogrand8, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I cannot do this without all of the volunteers who help, and I greatly appreciate everything that they do. Our refs, our GMs, our mods in chat, and of course, Tristan for helping out with the back end, and Corndan for being my boss. Now, with that said, oh my gosh, I don't know why some of the emotes are animated on stream and some aren't, but we'll go ahead and let Crappy worry about that later. Crappy is going to run across what I call JPEG artifacting to the game reveal, so let me go ahead and hide this stuff real quick. Blump, blump. Okay, now go! Avoid the JPEG! Ah! Well, everybody, I have been having a great day. I hope you all have as well. What does that mean? What does do mean? It means that I need to hurry and actually get this updated but we have a wonderful GM in store for you. Please welcome on in one of my favorites who brings some stuff that I've never seen before, and usually from a foreign console. It is our friend Neitzel. Neitzel! You little lemming, you, come on in. I think it's Neitzel. I believe it's Neitzel. Hello there!
Hello everyone, I have some sound issues. I need to fix that quickly.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We get to listen to Urban Yeti during your sound issues, so don't worry too much about it.
That's fixed.
Aha!
You were on speaker for some reason, but hello everyone.
Hello, Neitzel. Oh my
Happy
gosh.
to be here.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're here. You know, it's been a fun weekend. We had Mystery Show yesterday. We had 2 matches. We've got 4 matches today, and you're number 3 here.
Yeah, and the first Engage game ever, which is amazing.
Yeah, it was horrifying in some ways, but I'm really glad. I'm sorry, I'm dealing with Urban Yeti sounds in my ears, and, like, this track is epic, but oh my gosh.
It happens to all of us.
Urban Yeti happens to all of us. Well, you know what else happens? I feel like this franchise that you're giving out has been here a few times before, and it never fails to come and shock me.
Yeah, it's a game that technically has been on Kusogrand8 before, because we had the C64 version before. That was in an endurance match, so here we're just going to do 1 hour of it. And what we're going to play is the Amiga version, because as usual, I get vetoed and I end up giving Amiga because nobody plays Amiga. So we're going to play a game from my childhood, and that's Back to the Future 2 for the Amiga.
Why is it not showing up? Why is it not showing up? Oh my gosh. Back to the Future 2, where did you go? Neitzel, welcome to what I'm dealing with.
It went back to 2015.
Back to 2015. Okay. There. I had to reselect the pick. Well, whatever. Back to the Future is here. It just showed up a little bit late. But what can you say? That's how the future works sometimes.
Yeah, a quick warning before we go to the game. The intro has a bit of flashing, so look away maybe until we start the game if you have issues with that.
Yeah, and, beware of the flashing, everybody. You may have some issues with it if you are sensitive, or if you just don't like it, you can also look away for a second. Oh my gosh, you're right. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I have because this is Amiga, I'm probably going to have to recapture anyway, so we'll move over there in just a second, and I will deal with recapturing once we start the game, because, you know, That's just my life. I gotta. I can't do anything about it. I don't know how it's gonna look once they hop into the game. It's Amiga.
Yeah, I think it's another one where half the screen is cropped again. So that's really annoying.
That's
as always.
Not a surprise at all. Well, yep, there's the flashing, everybody. And if everybody has the flashing happen at the same time, that is when there would be an issue for some people. But let's go ahead and see what this sounds like. Come on, Hot Tunes! Okay. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I hope you like it, because that's the only one that we're going to hear the whole game. No, actually not the whole game, but for the first level. But I'd be really surprised if people get past the first level, because this game is brutal.
Oh, I believe it. Well, I'm checking right now to see if the players are good to go. And it looks like they all are. So everybody, I need you to... Because Back to the Future 2 focuses on the future. Bring all of your futuristic emotes, as well as anything dealing with Back to the Future. But like time machines, robots, lasers, cars, skateboards. And get spammy because we're... What's that?
Magazines as well.
Magazines! Like, we're doing the countdown, whatever. So spam everything that you feel is appropriate. Silver Surfer flies. Yeah, he's appropriate. As soon as I see movement in the game, I will start a timer and then recapture everything. Oh, it's this game.
Yeah, it's this one. So yeah, each level is based on a different part of the movie, and it changes gameplay with each level. Except the last stage is again a skateboarding stage, but that would be really surprised for people to reach that point.
Oh, for sure.
Progress will be measured by progression of the characters in the levels, and that's about it. This game is really simple. You move around with the joystick. You can attack by pressing the attack button. Some characters you can deal damage to them. Others you can't, like Biff. Biff you can't hurt him at all. You have to avoid him at all cost.
Biff.
And if you hold the attack button, you jump. But like after like a full second holding the button. Momentum in this is really terrible. It's like it takes forever to start moving, and it takes forever to stop. In my opinion, I played the C64 version, and this one plays worse. So
really, that's fascinating.
Yeah, I would be really surprised if people get past stage 1. And I wasn't the only GM with this on my list, on our list. That's something that this game it had an effect on a few GMs.
Yeah, I imagine. I do see quite a few deaths already happening for all the players here. Not too much of a surprise. A lot of the times, older games, especially games that got ported from the Commodore 64, they were short, but they were hard. There's a very good reason they were hard, because there is not much game behind what you're seeing.
Yeah, and you can get an instant kill really easily. Like if you get hit by a car, you lose a life. If you get stuck in a corner against another character, you'll lose all your health super fast. This game is really brutal. It's like and as well, like you may have seen it on Jacqueline's screen. From time to time, when you try to get on the sidewalk, the character will get stuck and you'll just lose all your health for no good reason.
Marty!
So really one of the big important things are, I don't know what they're supposed to be, like these moving dispensers that comes in the screen from time to time. They'll drop pickups. And what you want is for them to drop the health pickup. So there will be a little bit of RNG, because the pickup that is given, well, it's RNG based. So you need to hope for that one to to drop often enough so that you can keep all your health until the end. And that's about everything that I have to say about the gameplay of this game.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, it's pretty terrible. So I mean, I think I hear about Back to the Future 3 quite a lot in this community, but I feel like this one is a lot worse. At least personally, I find it worse.
Yeah, I could see that. Also, we already have referees complaining about this game. So that's fantastic. And our referees for this match are Back to the Redford Part 2. 1.21 Mindas Watts. Hazel Shade in the trunk of the DeLorean. Well, get out. You're supposed to be helping. Dragus riding a hoverboard. Dragus, it's not time for fun and games. We've got to track this match. And Nakarashi is Back to the Future Past. That's complicated. I mean, you did win the last match, so I'll forgive you. Okay. I also, I'm wondering, isn't the game pretty linear? Like, yeah, you have the game going to the right, and then you scroll upright, and then the scrolling starts going in a different direction. But
exactly,
it's just everything looks very samey.
Yeah, it looks really samey. The main difference is the direction that Mari goes to. Maybe if Buster Curry, she's in that section where you go from right to left. It's technically exactly the same street. It's the same assets. It's just that you go from right to left instead of left to right.
Okay.
So, it's a bit repetitive, so that's why it was a little bit down my list. I mean, this is what happens when you
veto too much.
When you veto too much, it's like, don't play as many games, and you'll get better games in Kusogrand8.
Yeah, but it's important. Like, I think that it's very important for everybody to try out games that they haven't tried before.
Sure.
To sort of like. There should be at least like one or two games of each genre that you have really, really given a shot in order to feel, feel confident going into this. Okay, I'm glad that the game over screen is a different resolution. That's a nice touch.
Actually, something that got our players a bit worried is that, in the demo screen where you see the different levels, this game has a slide puzzle at some point. So they got a bit worried seeing that.
No, slide puzzles! Come on, I can kick everybody's butt when it comes to slide puzzles.
And as a result, I was wondering, did we ever give a slide puzzle in like a gauntlet or something like that?
I don't know if we've ever had a slide puzzle in a gauntlet, but we did have, if I'm not mistaken, the NES game puzzle, which is sort of it's more a piece swap game, I believe. It might be a slide puzzle, but that was 100% a trap state for reasons. We actually allowed them to save state whenever they left that state, so that they could come back and work on the puzzle, and I still don't think anybody completed it. Oh, well, we have Bees, Louise, Buster Curry, Jacqueline, and Logstar Go playing in this match. What are the stakes here? How many points do they have?
I think they have 14 points, 14 and 15 points.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not entirely sure, but
that's what it looks like. So that means that one person.
One player will get eliminated.
Yeah.
Oh no, you went over the puddle of water and overboards don't work on water.
You know, I don't think that's necessarily true. If you're over a lake or a deep pool of water or deep-ish pool of water, maybe it won't work as well, like seen in the movie. But a little tiny baby puddle, that doesn't even make any sense why your hoverboard wouldn't work. Like, what does it use to hover? That's my question.
Yeah, I have no idea because I imagine it would actually work on puddles, because what happens the moment it rains is like it means that you can't use it at all. that seems like a really bad product.
Well, then again, who wants to skateboard in the rain? Who wants to hoverboard in the rain?
I mean, you're outside and suddenly it starts raining, and the way that you move faster suddenly stops working. That would be like really, really bad, I imagine.
I mean, I guess that's a really good point. If it suddenly starts raining and you can't drive your car, it's sort of like the Cybertruck, from what I've heard. You know, that's not a good design. Yeah. Chiron in chat was thinking exactly the same thing. My gosh. Oh, brilliant. I don't like the moving trash cans that attack. What? They don't really look like trash cans. They look disturbing.
And from time to time as well, something that's annoying is that the dispenser that gives you the items, from time to time it will drop the item right at the bottom of the screen, and so you won't be able to pick it up. That's also really, really good design.
Hey, video games.
But yeah, playing this game is really intense because it never stops, and the moment you do a mistake, you can lose all your life really, really fast. So playing this for an hour is going to be a bit exhausting for players.
Yeah, I do see Logstar Go is using a strat to stay towards the back of the screen during the auto-scroller, and that's probably reasonably wise. Like, it doesn't scroll too fast, but at the same time, if most of the enemies are coming from the other side of the screen, it's relatively safe. I did see a few enemies pop out from behind, though, and that could end up coming and biting him in the butt. Quite literally.
I don't see I was about to say I don't see many players jumping, which can be useful at times, but Jacqueline is jumping quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Which I didn't find to be a bad strat, especially once Biff is on the screen.
Yeah, if you are virtually invincible while jumping, then that's probably a good thing to use, and to use pretty liberally, you know? Don't get hit by the car, Bees Louise. Oh no! I love that Doc Brown, like, just showed up on the street strutting around, and then he just shrugged and walked away. Beautiful. Yeah, this game is not that cool. I gotta be honest. Like, I really dig the music. The graphics, the graphic design, I cannot fault. But this is not the most inspired gameplay that I've seen. And one crucial flaw that I see with this is that while you can attack and punch in front of you, you can't attack behind you.
Yeah, you can't attack behind you. The best strat that I've found is exactly what Jacqueline just did there, trying to get like in the middle of the screen, and oh no, she respawned and got hit by a car right away.
Don't want to do that.
It's to move like to the middle of the screen, then suddenly breaks so that the enemies align and you can hit them, which is pretty good, reliable way to hit enemies, because the hitbox as well are really bad for you when you attack.
That sounds decent to me. It's a little AI manipulation. We're trying to just get the enemies into a place where it's much, much easier to hit them, and then hit them.
Yeah. Something as well that you can do that, Bees Louise just did it. You can grab cars to move faster. It won't really help players that much, but I mean, it's a little thing that maybe could make a difference, at least to move away from like Biff or some really annoying enemies.
Yeah. By the way, I love looking at the ref sheet right now because multiple notes about how far players have made it are about Texaco.
Yeah.
They made it to Texaco. Yeah. And in fact, I believe those 2 players are in the lead. Yeah, the Jaws Theater, not super inspiring. Buster passed to Texaco. I don't know if it's the same one that Logstar Go is seeing right now, but it's a Texaco. Yeah, there are a few horizontal and vertical sections that they just have to deal with. Yeah, it appears that Logstar Go has made it to the 3rd horizontal section, and that is definitely the lead.
That's the lead, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Back to the Future is really a franchise that never got lucky with its games.
Yeah, even the best game, which is Super Back to the Future, that only came out in Japan, even that is highly flawed. I don't consider it a good game.
Yeah, I guess the best one is the point and click one that was released like in the 2000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which it was alright, but I mean it was I mean, not that inspired. You really played it for the story, but it didn't have puzzles that were interesting or anything special.
Yeah,
the story was alright.
There's some, yeah. I played a little bit of it, but I really didn't get that far. It's fine. Like, that is definitely the best Back to the Future game out there. Now, because we're talking about Texaco, I remembered when living in Brazil, there were Texacos. I want you to guess how you pronounce Texaco in Brazil, or at least in Portuguese.
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay.
You're asking that to the Belgian guy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone says Texaco.
Texaco?
No, you say it. Okay. And I laugh every time I say this and think that it's Texaco. You say it Texaco.
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 Okay.
Yeah, everybody, there's the Texaco. Chaos 42666 got it right. Chaos, congratulations, you win nothing because I don't have anything right now. I am very poor. Luckily, the good thing about that, Neitzel, though, is that at the end of the month, you know, I'm going to GDQ, and I'm not paying to go. I'm working for the escape room, and thank goodness. I'm really glad that I have that. Then going to Pittsburgh, doing paid work there, and then a couple other events in July, August, September. Quite a few things going on. So finally, I'm gonna be able to have a little bit of income. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was able to go to GDQ and try your escape rooms. Whenever you talk about them on like social network and that kind of stuff, it really makes me want to try it.
Yeah,
it looks like a lot of fun.
It's interesting because when you have a mobile escape room, you know, with everything being brought essentially on suitcases, you know, it's not as fancy or anything like that you're going to find in a building that is permanent. You know, it's not like a permanent installation. Because of that, there has to be like a different creative ways to translate the puzzles and usually focus a little bit more on the puzzle design than necessarily the world around it. And I find it a fascinating issue to deal with, but one that this group has done pretty dang well. I really enjoy running the escape room, and I just have a blast. I tease people. Like, I do my thing, you know? Y'all know me.
I mean, You're definitely. I mean, it's like having you as a GM on like a role-playing game must be a really interesting experience. So an escape room is going to be pretty interesting as well.
Oh, I have so much fun. It's honestly, I haven't gotten to the point where it's boring for me, which I'm glad. You know, when work is still fun and exciting, then that is what makes me happy.
Plus, I imagine the fact that you have to adapt based on the place where you go, that keeps it fresh as well. It's like it doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing, the same escape room every time. So I guess that must help as well.
By the way, thank you, Tierkal, for giving a gift sub to Chaos42666 for guessing the pronunciation of Teshako. Yeah.
So to be fair, again, really thank you to our referees, because I'm having difficulties keeping track of what's happening.
Well, with that said, Logstar is still in the lead, having made it to the third horizontal section of the stage. Otherwise, we have two, Buster Curry and Jacqueline, who made it to the second vertical section, and Bees Louise made it to the second horizontal section. I expect all of these places to change. Yeah.
And something that makes me glad is that it's like we already got some really good push from all of the players so far. So I'm hopeful that we get to stage 3. So I would love that we see a little bit more than just the first stage. You know, it's something as well. This is like my first time as a GM on. In the tournament, so most of my games were on the easier side, and this one is really brutal. And I wasn't sure, should I give something that's easy or something that's hard at this point, because I did a lot of research for round 1, and I ended up with mostly games that were on the easier side. So
I would say at the end of the day, as a GM, follow your heart.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to follow my heart, then they vetoed me, and this is what's happening to them, so...
Now, I will say, everybody, one way that you can sort of tell how far somebody has made it is based off of the timer. Why do you have an auto-scroller with a timer? I don't know. I think it's stupid, but occasionally you get speed boosts.
It is. It is stupid. I guess the reason is that you can technically stop the scrolling. It's like if you stop, the scrolling will stop. But there's really no reason to do that ever. So yeah, the timer is really useless. I guess it's only for the high score. Maybe that's the reason they put it in. But yeah, it's completely useless. I don't expect anyone losing because of the timer. Yeah, those garbage are really annoying. Just getting in the way and not moving that fast. Yeah, like
stressing out.
Like Red Mufford just said, this game is pretty short. I think it's something like 6 minutes long if you know what to do.
Okay.
Which is still pretty long, but yeah, our players are playing this for the first time, so there's a lot to figure out because the physics is really, really awful to deal with.
Yeah.
It can get really frustrating, but
like
so far they are doing pretty well.
I think watching it, I have a really hard time like telling how the physics work. Like, is it? I mean, you're on a hoverboard. I imagine there's at least some momentum.
To give you an idea, they start doing the inputs when Marty puts his foot down, but he has to do that movement twice before actually starting to move. And then it's really slow, and you pick up speed over time. So it takes like 2 seconds for you to start moving when you're completely still, and that's it feels really, really bad.
Yeah, to be fair, Logstar Go did say, is it just me or does that first stage have some of the worst controls in any video game ever? And yeah. All of these players are pretty strong players, to be honest. So considering that we may not see level 2, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. This game is very bad.
Yeah, it's like 14 points. That means that they got like second 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. Or like they won a match and then got third, which is a really good result for
Yep.
round 1 and 2.
Yeah, honestly,
So, yeah.
first and third is pretty dang good.
So yeah, these players did really, really well in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, even though one of them is going to be eliminated, like, this is still one that I have no idea who is going to take the victory. Okay, so one thing that I finally realized, the cars that are passing you that can kill you can also be speed boosts if you grab onto them.
Yeah.
So that's convenient to have something that kills you and speeds you up.
So, yeah, like the Striator just said, it's only been 23 minutes that we've been looking at this.
I haven't even looked up the story of the game. What could the story of the game be? Oh my
I have
gosh,
no idea.
who knows?
Never heard of this Back to the Future thing.
Apparently, everybody is upset that you've got the bluest pants in the city. And so, yeah, everybody, the entire city is revolting against your blue pants. Seriously, nobody in the future wears blue pants. Why are you wearing blue pants? It's a crime, blue pants man.
Plus you're some kind of garbage collector because you pick up stuff that's just lying on the ground in the street, so
Is that
people
your
should be
job?
nice to you. I guess so. At least that's what they are doing in the level. They just keep collecting trash on the ground.
Well, you shouldn't have been wearing blue pants when you went to work. But sometimes you can't help it. All you have is blue pants. I don't know. What do you do if all your other pants are dirty? You gotta wear the pants and punch people. That's just how it goes. Yeah, even the police are out to run you over. I swear, this city. I mean, it is a crime to wear the blue pants. That's understandable. Punishable by death. By multiple deaths, actually, considering how many times you die on the streets. I will say, though, I enjoy the curb coloration. It means that nobody can park on the street. And honestly, in the future, I prefer it that way.
I mean, your car can fly, so I guess you...
Yeah, just have it hover while you're going and getting groceries, you know? Oh, geez, the parking places above the grocery store are all full. I just keep flying around and around, and there's no place to hover. Ah!
Oh, she did good. Yeah, so in terms of so you see the different letters on the items that you can drop. So most of the stuff that you collect are just points, so they are just useless. The A item, it gives you a small boost, but the moment that you hit something, you lose it, so it's useless basically. The S, I think it just gives you points as well.
Is this a new vertical section for Logstar Go? That's a game over, but I think that might be a person. I don't know. We'll see what the refs say. I might not even care, though.
Well, it got past Texaco, so that's... No, it doesn't look like it's different. It's still a section, the third horizontal section.
So
yeah,
I like that
vertical too.
The DOS version is credited to be made by Images Software, and the Amiga version just by Images. I guess they took the software part out.
Yeah, and apparently something that I didn't notice, but someone said in chat, apparently there's a master version, a master system version of this as well.
Wait a second. One of the programmers for this did the art for Bubsy 2 for Game Boy. And let me tell you, I have some words. Oh, and apparently it was the studio head for Silent Hill Downpour, so that's fun. Okay. Bugs Bunny and Double Trouble. We've had that in Kusogrand8. The Catwoman PlayStation 2 game. Good job. Hunt for Red October for the ZX Spectrum. You are scaring me at this point. Monster Boy in Wonderland. Okay, I'll give you that. Good job on the graphics there. Although you didn't do the original graphics, you probably did the conversion. But whatever, I'll give you credit. Credit where credit is due. You worked on a good game.
And I was looking at the Master System version, and yeah, it's the same game. It looks better. I mean, it doesn't look better, but it looks more responsive. It's like, it looks like you can actually move pretty fast on the skateboard.
Yeah, that would help.
Which is really the main issue with this game, as said by our players in the chat right now.
Yeah, the movement is an issue. The thing is, like, whenever you're dealing with a game that has significant momentum delay or like build up in order to move, you usually have to get to the point where you think, where do I want to be in 1 second? Or where do I want to be in 2 seconds? And then you start controlling for that. You don't think about where you want to be now, but where you want to be in the future. You know, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool like that.
It fits the theme pretty well.
Yeah, as it turns out, the designer for this game designed this game, The Hunt for Red October, and nothing else. But he became an executive producer for some games like Nicktoons Unite for Game Boy Advance, so that's pretty dang cool, I guess. Ghost Rider for PlayStation 2. Yeah, okay. And got special thanks for Chip's Challenge, I suppose. I don't know why. But somebody thought to thank Carl.
So Jacqueline is in vertical 3 right now? If I'm not mistaken. Or did she die? Oh, she's reaching the end of the stage. So we're going to... So right now she's going to face the lake.
Not the lake. Oh my gosh!
On the lake, so you have to jump on the lake, and as well, you can't stop while on the lake. That's an info that I gave to our players, because otherwise this happens to you.
Nobody's gonna beat this if they don't have that info. Oh my gosh! Okay.
I mean, it takes so much time to get to that point. I thought, I'll be nice. I'll just explain why you suddenly die for no reason.
I think that's really kind. I don't...
But yeah. That was a really, really good push. So yeah, Jacqueline reached the lake, so that puts her in the lead.
Great job, Jacqueline.
Then we have Loxars in second, and I think then it's Buster and Beast Louise is last. But all you need is one good push to get past this horrible level, and just second stage is a lot easier.
I really enjoy watching this and seeing that, like, Logstar Go decided, rather than play this game for a little bit, that he was going to brag about his DDR skills in the match channel. And honestly, I appreciate that. I give kudos, you know? Go ahead and talk about a good game there. Logstar goes like, so I finished 17 folder in DDR, 18 folder is more miserable. This is even more miserable than that. It's like, okay. Smarty pants, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to read that out loud on stream. I'm not gonna do that. Except I did. Yeah, I guess it worked.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, the music at least is not too annoying. So,
Wow, it's almost like somebody good worked on the music. Who could have possibly made this music? Whoever composed the music for Back to the Future.
I'm pretty sure you can find some horrible rendition of the Back to the Future theme in a game.
You know, just...
Ooh, that...
Yeah.
I don't know if you just saw that, but the taxi on Jacqueline's screen just glitched and suddenly flew away. That was pretty nice.
You don't want to do that. Now, I do want y'all to know that one legendary person worked on this game, specifically David Whitaker, which is why this version of the music sounds really good.
Yeah, this is why it's good.
Yeah. Also, Alan Silvestri, aka the guy who composed the music to Back to the Future, is credited for this, and I appreciate that. But David Whitaker did this specific version of the music, so thank you so much. It's pretty rockin'.
Yep, the music changes with the other stages, and it's also pretty good. Those are good renditions as well of the Back to the Future soundtrack. So we are being asked, do you remember how the movie soundtrack is for the NES Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. You know what? It wasn't supposed to be as fast as it was, but there was a manager who was like, it's too slow for an action game. Speed it up! And so they turned up the speed, and it's unrecognizable. But you listen to management when you're working on a game. You listen to management, even if they're stupid. You listen to your manager if you want to keep your job. Yeah, Jacqueline is quitting.
Jacqueline is almost starting up RoboCop instead of
Don't
this.
start RoboCop. Don't do it.
RoboCop for the Amiga is alright, in my opinion.
Well, okay.
But,
Maybe play RoboCop instead of this.
I prefer RoboCop to this. It's like I could complete RoboCop as a kid. This one I could never complete the first level. I use cheats for this one, as you do when you play on the Amiga.
Oh my gosh. I'm hungry. Do I have anything edible nearby? I have a wallet. Probably not. I don't think it's real leather though, is it? I don't know. I could eat it anyway. I'm hungry. Okay, it is real leather. I guess it is leather.
I think I would be careful if I was Jacqueline, because she's getting in the mood of just restarting the game over and over again.
It tastes okay.
And to be fair, I mean, so it feels so much based on luck. Even if you lose a life on the first screen, it's not that. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have no chance to get to the end.
Does anybody know how to get teeth marks out of leather? Anyways,
no
let's go ahead and get back to the game.
that one is going in the list, I guess.
Oh. Well, we are 37 minutes into this and just having a blast, you know? I'm so glad that this very diverse gameplay is being showcased, and you know, every once in a while you get a Donald Duck game on Kusogrand8 and it's like, oh, that was kind of fun. But then sometimes you get Back to the Future Part 2 for the Amiga nonetheless, and you know, you start thinking, is it really worth being like the grand champion, you know? Is it really worth going through this? Do I want that crappy trophy.
Well, listen, someone will be relieved after today since someone is getting eliminated. The others, they might have nightmares about this game and what might come for them next.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Have I ever had a nightmare about a Kusogrand8 game? I've probably had dreams about Athena. I wouldn't be too surprised. I've had dreams about, like, going and doing a speed run and, like, not being ready for it. I don't think I've ever had Kusogrand8 nightmares, though, because I don't have to prepare. Well, I mean, I sort of have to prepare a little bit, like, make layouts and stuff.
I mean, you did you play in the GM tournament? Yeah, you played it in that one.
Oh, yeah. But so nobody expected me to do well. There's no pressure.
Yeah, but we were probably too kind to you, so we should have given you a game that might give you nightmares about it.
Yeah, people, why aren't you torturing me? Come on. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, I've had nightmares about GDQ and, like, marathon runs and showing up and being like, I haven't practiced this in half a year. And maybe I should do a practice run real quick, but there's not time because I can't find the freaking cart. Where's the cart? Where is it? Where's my controller? I've got the cart. Oh, no, it's the wrong game on the cart for some reason. Oh, no. That's not good.
I really love the explanation from Chiron about why Marty is in the future.
Because his kids are Kusogrand8 GMs, you gotta...
Yeah, you need to stop that.
Well, you gotta go to the past in order to fix that. Marty is so dumb, he went to the future to try to fix his past problems.
What year did Kusogrand8 actually started? Wasn't it like 2015? Not that far off.
Sometime like that. I'm trying to remember.
There you go.
I know where I was living. I recall sitting at the computer, looking out the window and thinking, how can I torture people? And then Kusogrand8 was born. The ugly baby that it is. What an ugly baby. Actually, I was thinking about Biff. Okay? Who looks at a baby and thinks, this is a Biff?
I have no idea.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that like a shorter version of a different name? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, like... Bufford. Oh yeah, it's Bufford. It's Bufford.
Who the crap looks at a baby and thinks, hey, you're Beaufort. Beaufort. Hey, Beaufort.
Because his ancestor in the Far West was called Bufford. Maybe back then that wasn't as weird.
Okay, apparently it means ford near the aviary. That's what Beaufort means. Yeah. Basically, it's a ford near a bunch of birds. That's stupid. Ford near the aviary. Yeah. Hey, everybody. If you're named Beaufort, your name's stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. I insulted all one of you out there in the U.S. It's Belle. Well, I don't care. Yeah. Oh, I mean, what a bell.
What's the point of a hoverboard if it's hard to get on the sidewalk as well with it? That doesn't make sense in this game.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Oh, people are accusing me of being sassy. Yeah. I'm hungry. I gotta make fun of something, otherwise I'm gonna be hungry. You know? A sass is what fills me, besides burritos. Burritos and sass, that's what I'm full of. And I don't have any burritos right now, so I guess it's sass time. I don't...
No one else made it to the lake.
Yeah,
The ranking didn't change since last time, so we still have Jacqueline. Oh no, actually, wait. Buster took second.
I think so. Actually, Bees has gotten right near there as well.
And Bees as well. So Lockstar was in lead early in the match.
Hey everybody, this
right
game
now
is so
lost.
good that even while watching it, we could not, we weren't able to notice that people were making progress.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Then again, that's probably because I don't care. I hate this game. Why is there a guy popping out of a pothole or out of a manhole, and why does the manhole not hurt you, but the guy does?
I mean, that was really the reason that this game was pretty down on my list as well. It's like, this is going to be way too repetitive for just 1 hour, but yeah, here we go. Only 15 minutes left.
That's how they talk in the future. Yeah, what you're hearing isn't music, it's actually people communicating.
Yeah. So Bees Louise is in second right now.
Ooh, very nice. Bees Louise in second, Buster in third, probably, or Logstar. I don't know.
I mean, if
just finish the level. That's all you have to do. Just someone finish this freaking level.
The thing is that the hardest part of this level is right at the end. Is that lake? That lake is really awful to get through. So I don't think we'll see anyone getting through it. It's like,
I don't want to pay attention to this game. Just beat the level so I know who wins. Oh, everybody, graphics and music cannot make up for this absolute travesty. This
I would not. I mean, as a kid, I really liked this game, but again, I was playing
kids
with
are
cheats
stupid.
on.
Oh, sorry for all the kids watching. Okay, by stupid I mean that you learn some things. Mostly, you learn not to play Back to the Future Part 2 on the Amiga. That's the biggest lesson I learned when I became an adult, and I followed that. Luckily, I didn't have to suffer like you, Neitzel. I played Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends for NES instead, you know?
You know, that's why I'm around here. It's because I want to play more stuff like this.
Why is did Konami publish a version of this? Konami, I expect better out of you. Come on. So yeah, I'm looking. The company that made this, Images Software Limited, they made Bubsy 2, which it was their last game, and then they promptly exploded. Literally, Bubsy came into existence and this company ceased to exist.
But they got the time to do 2 of them, right? Did they do Bubsy 2 or just one of them?
I don't think so. I think they just did the second one.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Then again, yeah, they worked with Accolade. Maybe Accolade ate them. Yeah, what happened? Okay, studio initially developed for Activision, blah, blah, blah. Then they did outsource work for Ocean and US Gold. Oh God, when a project is so bad that US Gold is like, you can take it. That's never a good sign. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Company has close ties to the Climax Group. I don't know. I don't want to know what they did. Okay. After 1994, no new products appeared, and most likely the company was continued as the Climax Group. Nobody knows what happened to this company. Okay, and by nobody, I mean this specific page doesn't tell me what happened to the company, but they may have changed into the Climax Group. Whatever that means.
So yeah, Jean Fluff, to give you an idea, this level is about 6 minutes long when you know what to do. So yeah, it is really, really long. And there's no way to actually speedrun it, so...
Oh, the Climax Group did the port of Warcraft 2 to the PlayStation, so that's not good. They also made Ed, Edd and Eddy Jawbreakers. Okay, so basically the company disappeared and gave birth to another company that had a lot of not good games. Not a lot.
That happens quite often.
Yeah.
Like, that's a talent that I'd like to have, like being able to get money to make companies, and even though I make shitty games, I can still get more money to make more shitty games. I don't know how people can do that. It's like there are so many companies like that where you look at the founder, you're like, how come you managed to make another company after that last one?
I have friends who worked on bad games, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault.
Never.
And
never.
like, honestly, you know, if you work for a company that makes a bad game, it's fine. Do your hustle, get paid, okay? Because 99% of the time it's quote unquote bad because of management and not because of you specifically. And honestly, like, making something that converts well to the Amiga when it comes to actual, like, controls, yeah, they did what they could. Maybe.
Yeah, it can be really, really hard. We never know in which condition the games were made, so there are so many factors that can explain why it ends up being good or bad. It's really hard to tell.
I love that the players are talking about the various timelines that they're experiencing this. Bees Louise saying, this must be the timeline where Marty loses and the universe is mercifully destroyed by a time paradox. Buster, on the other hand, says it's the timeline where Marty steps out into 2015 and immediately gets run down by a car.
Quickly, at this point in the story, he didn't buy the almanac. So it's just that his kids are going to be being sent to prison, and that's it. So I guess that's all right.
Marty, go to the future because your kids suck. You know what? Actually, just having Doc Brown go into the past and tell you that is probably enough for you to change. Like, that's all you need to do. Newspaper instantly changes. Your kids are fine. Back to the Future 2 never needed to happen. There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, I can't tell you that you're going to have a car crash that makes your life miserable, but I can take you to the future to actually change stuff over there. Doesn't make much sense, but it's still a great movie.
Yeah. What the crap is this? Sorry, just looking at what's coming up next.
Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll see more than one level for that one.
I hope so. As much as I love the back to the, like, okay, the music is fine. I do like the part. Like, as much as I'm making fun of it, David Whitaker, you are a blessing among blessings, okay? But I just want a different game.
Only 7 minutes left. So.
Oh, good.
So yeah, from this point, if any of them die, they won't be able to reach the lake. I think. If one of them game overs, I don't think they'll be able to get back to the lake.
Rake in the lake. freaking... I just...
So yeah,
I
it's
don't
really
know.
close because we have Lockstar. Lockstar also reached the vertical section, the third vertical section. So I'm not sure if Lockstar is ahead of Buster Curry or if he's behind.
You know what would be funny? Okay,
What?
and we totally shouldn't do this, but we could just... Like, okay, this totally shouldn't happen, okay? It really shouldn't, but if Cortendan, like, killed Crappy, the timer bot that we have on Discord, so that it never ended the match, and they played...
That would be pretty funny.
And they started asking, is the match over? But other people are like, it didn't say time, we gotta keep going, we gotta keep going, time, no time.
I mean,
there's no time, it's not time.
I mean, it says 15 minutes remaining. It's not over yet. But that was 30 minutes ago.
I love that we have somebody in chat, Amy, coming in and saying, yeah, I had this, one of my earliest gaming memories. It is garbage. And, you know, I have so much nostalgia for garbage. I love trash.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said earlier, I played this as a kid quite a lot, and the other GM who had it as well on that list played it as well as a kid. Yeah, this match will end once someone beats stage 1.
Okay, I told the players we can go for another hour if they want.
I mean, like
nobody.
I said,
Okay, but we literally can't because we have another match after this. But you know, I might as well taunt them. I hate this game.
I mean, I don't know if you remember, but the last time, I mean, when the C64 version was in Kusogrand8, that was for a 2 hours match. But you know, you did like Back to the Future one first, and then you did the second one, and nobody managed to beat the second game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could have. I could have used this for an endurance match. Just to test everyone.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Chat
have.
included.
I mean, in theory, you're correct, I suppose. I'm glad that we only have this for an hour. I mean, then again, I've endured the Commodore 64 version of this. I feel like I've earned only having an hour of this version. Yeah, everybody, we don't care about what's happening on screen. We want it to end. That's what we care about. Who's in the lead? Nobody. Not even you, audience, okay? Everybody loses. Yeah, Return of Ganon. That's okay, but if you really want to know the places, I think Jacqueline is still in the lead.
Yeah. She's in the lead.
Something
Then it's
like
Bees
that.
Louise, probably Buster Curry. She's in third, and Lockstar might be in fourth.
Yeah, third and fourth is a little bit hard for us to say. It might require a VOD review to make sure, but I think we know first and second. The thing is, fourth really matters because fourth is going to get eliminated due to this freaking travesty of a game. The thing is, like, other versions look worse.
This one plays worse, I think. From the ones that I've tried, this one plays a lot worse.
How?
I told you it takes forever to start moving with this thing. I don't get why people would buy Overboard if that's the way they feel.
Yeah, if you played this game, would you buy a hoverboard?
No.
You'd sue. I don't know who you're suing. You're just suing somebody.
So, well, I mean, first of all, it doesn't work when it's raining, so I guess you can sue people for that.
No. There's a little puddle on the ground. My hoverboard doesn't work.
So, I
you
mean,
can't put slippery things when you're hovering. It's stupid. Okay, I need to stop yelling. I think Justin might be sleeping.
So, I had a question for Amiga, who apparently completed this game as a kid. Did you manage to get through it without cheats? Because this thing is so brutal. And you only gain like 1 life when you complete a level, so... And there's no continue as well.
If you manage to beat this game without extra lives, you probably lived in the 80s and 90s. Those were boring times. That was before the internet. Yeah, you know what you did to waste your time? You tortured yourself by playing Back to the Future Part 2 for Amiga. Yeah, so Amy, like, seriously, kudos for being able to beat this game without cheats. Like, that is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. But honestly, at the same time, I could see as a kid somewhat enjoying this, you know? It becomes, just because it's got enjoyable graphics, it's got enjoyable music, I could trick myself into thinking this was good. Or at least fun. I could trick myself into thinking I was having fun. Yeah. People are saying we had books? Yeah, oh, you rich people. Oh, we have got books. Actually, no, those are cheaper than video games. Oh, never mind. I got a master's in English, by the way.
Let me look at the ref channel.
Let me look at how to stop the timer. Ah, it is this button. I don't want to listen to the music anymore. Goodbye. And hello to time! That is it! That's the end of the match! We are done! No more of this game! I'm turning all of the streams off. JK, we gotta wait for a little bit. Windows 95 music. Okay. This is a good one. Yeah, time! Throw your hands in the air! Everybody! Whoa, anime just flew on Jacqueline's screen. You hate it when anime does that.
So yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of... I mean, it's pretty clear who won, but it's going to take a little bit of time just to make sure that we got the order right.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead. I think Jacqueline won.
Yeah, she won.
Join general voice. Yeah, Jacqueline's like, who made it past stage 1? Not me, that's who. So I'm inviting Jacqueline to come and chat. Nobody beat stage 1. We had 1 stage for an hour. Welcome to Kusogrand8, everybody. I don't even care. I had fun complaining about this game. And like, honestly, it's just always a joy to chat with you, Neitzel. I'm trying to see if Jacqueline wants to come and chat. Oh, there we go. Jacqueline's joining. Jacqueline, congrats. I hate this game.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Okay, cool. I have no idea what my settings are, so I was like, I hope it'll work.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I was a little worried that I didn't get past stage 1, but like you say, everyone has kind of the same trouble when they're playing these games.
Yeah, that's one key thing that I try to remind people.
Yeah.
If you are having a hard time playing a game, that means that everybody else is probably struggling with it. And don't stress yourself out too much if a game isn't jiving with you completely. This is a bad video game tournament for a reason.
We read the instruction book. It's like each stage is different. Stage 2 is like a logic puzzle. I'm like, I hope that's communicated okay. But it turns out it didn't really matter.
Something that I like is that everyone was worried about the slide puzzle.
Yeah.
Everybody, you weren't worried about slide puzzles? You had to play Back to the Future Part 2 and you worried about a freaking slide puzzle?
I like saw the controls for that and I was like, it looked really bad. Instead of just pressing up, left, right, down to move whatever's next to the blank puzzle, it was some weird control scheme. I was like, oh, that's going to kill me. But no, it didn't. I'll never see it. I'll never see it.
By the way, Logstar Go is very angry. And by very angry, I mean Logstar Go will not stop typing in Discord about how much they hate this game. And I don't blame him.
This game has controls, I gotta say. Like, I gotta say, it's probably the worst controlling game I've played in recent memory, and I mean that. It was...
Why? Explain to me, like, how... Okay, I'm somebody who has not seen the game. How does this control? Please tell me.
Some games, when you press up and left and right and down, you just go in that direction and that's it. They decided not to do it that way in this game. They were just... wasn't their thing.
Well, how do I go up then? How do I go
you're
right?
on a skateboard, and like pressing up are like just like tapping the up button will give you some momentum sometimes. I think that the game depends on which momentum you're going in at your current direction. So if you're going right and you want to go left, it's hard to go left because you're going right and all that. You're on a skateboard. It's skateboard controls, I guess. And it's isometric, so pressing up won't make you go up. It'll make you go up and right, kind of jerkily.
Okay.
And it's like that, and Amiga, it's Amiga, you get one button. The instruction manual says tap the button to punch, hold the button down to jump. That's not how it works. You press the button, it'll maybe punch, it'll maybe jump, it'll maybe duck, it might do nothing. It seems to do what it wants. I'm assuming it's actually context sensitive or something, but like it just felt so random what the button did, and after a while I was just like, I gotta use the button as little as possible, just try to avoid everybody. And
that's fair.
And that worked out okay. Toward the end I was like, let's try to figure this out, might as well, and like I couldn't quite.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. What a game. What an absolute nightmare. Thank you so much.
The place
this
we got
company.
to was water, and I remembered the movie, Marty couldn't hover over water, so I thought I was in trouble, but it seemed like I could just hover over water until I sank, and I don't know why I sank.
You have to keep moving. You have to keep moving.
You had to read the pace bin that I gave, because I give you the info on what to do on the lake.
And
because
as we can
it's
see,
so
it really was
in
important.
In the notes, I knew it was
I only saw the instruction book, not the notes. I'm sorry about that.
You have to read everything. You have to read everything that we give you.
Yeah, everybody, you can't win Kusogrand8 if you don't read everything. Except for Jacqueline, I guess.
Apparently.
Oh my gosh, but seriously, I complained about this game a lot while watching it. I'm not gonna lie. A lot.
It's
like,
one of those
it's
bad to watch, worse to play kind of things, because
that's the one saving grace for me. I didn't have to play this game, and that made me so happy. Well, seriously.
We didn't get the instruction book. As far as I could tell, it didn't describe what the power-ups did. As far as I could tell, like, the life-filling one was the most useful one, and there's one that made you... Oh, I want to say one more thing, one thing before I forget. Like, the game has a mechanic, like in the movie, where Marty grabs the end of a car and he'll, like, travel...
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really do any good, because once you reach the end of the screen, he stops. So, it's like...
Marty.
Put it in there.
I mean, it speeds up a little bit, but, like, the timer never was an issue. Why is there a timer for a game that's mostly an auto-scroller? I don't know. They put it in. I guess if you got a timer mechanic, you might as well slip it in somewhere.
That's right.
So, Jacqueline, are you streaming on your own channel these days? Or if not, are you playing anything that is enjoyable?
I'm not streaming as often as I should, but I will do it sometimes. If you follow me, you'll get a notification when I stream, like once or twice a month, and just play a variety of mostly retro stuff on my stream, and mostly I'm just on my social medias. I'm mostly if you know co-host, I'm there. JAQQQLN, pretty much everywhere. Not Twitter because I was banned there forever, but co-host.
Oh no, banned from Twitter.
If you like artwork and gay comics and comics about being trans and things like that, I got your fill over there.
I love it.
I also want to say one more thing before I go. Happy birthday to Arcadia, my girlfriend.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Arcadia.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yay. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I'm so glad that we got to chat with you, and Neitzel. Thank you for giving this nightmare out. I had a blast.
In a way.
Feel free to finish the game with the sheets on if you want to see what's coming up afterwards.
There's some Kuso games I was interested in going back to, RoboCop 2 and stuff. I don't know about this one, but we'll see.
Like, really, you want to go back
with
to
Infinite
RoboCop 2?
Lives, the first level is pretty capped. It's not, it's going to take like 3 or 4 minutes to get through with Infinite Lives.
Yeah,
I don't recommend playing. Please do not play this game the way that it was intended. We do not encourage that outside of the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you.
See ya, everyone.
Yeah,
Take
see
care.
you.